Welcome to the Build Guild Podcast, a professionally unprofessional podcast for makers. My name is Brett Gordon with Gordons Woodshop.
And you're a professional.
No. No, not at all.
So you fit us perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you do. What is your making?
I do mostly woodwork. Well, pretty much all woodwork here lately. I have done a little bit of metalwork. I'm certainly not an expert on metalwork, but know a little more about woodworking. Mostly furniture, cutting boards, spoons, things like that. Yeah.
All hand carved? Do you have any robots in the shop?
No robots. Power tools and hand tools, gouges, chisels, things like that. Yeah.
Coty's the woodworker of our bunch because I pretty much don't do anything in wood anymore. It's been several years.
I do.
Yeah.
Some days.
Every day.
When, people want to
People order
buy
things.
it.
Yeah. So is that your full-time job?
No, that's just after I put the kids to bed at night or on weekends, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my full-time job, I'm a county extension agent. Do you guys know what that is?
I have no clue.
Don't have a clue.
No clue. Okay.
So I work. Get me out of a ticket?
No, not quite. I can't help you out with that. I work for the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture. So the Extension Service, we have an office in all 75 counties in Arkansas, and basically I work with farmers, property owners, anybody that has a kind of ag or plant-related question, basically. More or less take ag research that's made from the University of Arkansas, and I kind of share it and educate people with it. So I work a lot. I work in Woodruff County, which is just east of the county we're at here, and work with rice, corn, soybean producers mostly, and then take homeowner calls.
Do you work in Augusta?
Yeah.
I do pest control for the building you're probably in.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you recognize me from that? Because I did not recognize you from that.
No, I don't think I've seen you there, but I'm out of the office a lot. Especially if it's warm outside, it's planting season. I'm out.
I didn't think of that.
Farmers' fields. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half building is something and half is government. That building?
Yeah. There's like the
by where Fred's was.
No. That's
one of the only 3 buildings in Augusta.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's the USDA building.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So that's why you don't.
No, I'm over by the courthouse.
By the courthouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
So.
And it's still going during all this COVID stuff.
I'm working from home right now, but I'm still allowed to do farm visits, site visits, as long as there's keeping my 6 feet or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the best way to social distance. You go to a farm.
Which we are not doing social. We're a little closer than 6 feet, so...
Yeah, so...
Sorry.
There might not be another episode. We'll all get the COVID and die.
Bigger table than this, Ben.
This is it.
You're breathing on me, Brian.
I need a bigger shop to do that.
Right, bigger shop.
Yeah.
So, cool. That's cool, because my wife got this really great idea to get hay bales and have a hay bale garden in our backyard.
There's a way to do that, yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently she knows, and she's doing it. She is definitely a green thumb.
Garden?
Yeah, so
like you're growing in the hay?
Yeah,
like a raised flower bed?
Yeah,
technically you don't.
It is the raised flower bed.
You don't really want to use hay. You want to use straw.
Straw, straw.
Because the hay will have a lot of weed seeds in it and stuff. You'll have a mess.
So it's straw.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about all the bugs it's going to produce.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about snakes.
Right.
I'm thinking that's like.
No good.
We live in like a subdivision, just like
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay. And then she's wanting to like put like berries and stuff out there. It's like, well, that's definitely gonna get snakes. Like in my head.
I found a snake in our carport a few weeks ago.
How big was it? Little brown snake.
It was real short. And a snake is a snake. They all should die, in my opinion.
Wrong.
Yeah,
they all should die.
I have found like a little brown snake, like it was in our yard or whatever, but like I just let it be what it is. But like.
No.
I've never seen like big snake, but I'm just
Satan presented himself as a snake. Therefore, all snakes are bad. They should all die.
Wrong.
But it was where our shoes
kill the bad ones.
No.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
Oh man, there's gonna be like a snake.
Let the king snakes alone. Let them do their job. They're your friends.
That's right.
Is there gonna be like a snake coiled up inside one of your like Crocs?
It was, yeah. It's possible.
You only wear Crocs.
That's true. That's true. I just bought a new pair. They're coming from Amazon at some point, and they were only $12 now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
They
probably
went down in
because
price.
that's how they should be.
Well,
Because nobody's going to wear them.
I would love Crocs to sponsor me. I'd wear them every day. Anyways, so your workshop. I'm wearing shoes today.
We got way off track. Woodworking.
Yeah. Woodworking. Tell us about your workshop.
Okay, it's probably, I've never really measured it. It's probably like a 15 by 20 or
Mine's
25 or
16 by 20.
Okay, it's kind of hard to judge, but maybe a little bit bigger than this.
Okay.
Not a lot. There's definitely not a lot of room for what I'm working on right now.
Is this attached to your house? Are you in
it's,
garage, or
it's
is
beside my house. When we first bought the property in 2014, I think, it didn't even have electricity in it. So
wow.
I had electricity put out there, and I was probably working in it by the summer of 2014, I guess. Yeah.
Were you always doing this, or did the shop become a shop because it was a hobby that happened?
Hold on. Do you have kids?
I have 2 kids, yeah.
So what came first, kids or the shop?
I guess the property with the shop on it came first, yeah.
Really?
I
That's
think-
surprising.
yeah.
Usually the kids come first.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to get a shop. I
No,
got to get out of here.
my oldest came really quick after that, though, yeah. Yeah, the end of that year, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's just an old rundown building, basically, but I wanted to make it into a usable space, and I'd been, tinkering and woodworking and stuff really since college, so.
Where'd you go to college?
U of A, University of
okay.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agro stuff then?
What's that?
Was your degree in agro?
Yeah, I did,
Agri.
I did my bachelor's in environmental soil and water science, and then my master's was in soil fertility or soil science.
What in the world do you go to school and be like, environmental water
Arkansas.
stuff?
Well,
sounds
They've got a
awesome.
school for poultry science up there. They got all kinds of
Yeah,
practical
they have a big
stuff.
chicken statue in
They do.
that
It's
building.
massive.
Yeah.
That is
I-
so
I-
awesome.
I went to the
really
U of A
shows-
for a couple of
I
years.
love
Okay.
chicken.
I grew up in Fayetteville.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So I've been out to Agri Park and
Yeah.
plenty of times.
Isn't that where
and
Tyson is though? Is
Yeah.
that Tyson
Yeah.
stuff? Well, that
They're
makes
in
sense.
Springdale,
They're gonna,
yeah.
they basically funded that
I'm
chicken
sure.
college.
Yeah.
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 Chicken collars.
No, I
You can
transferred
thank
up-
them every time you have chicken. Go ahead.
I transferred up there as a civil engineering student, and
Oh.
I didn't feel it,
Yeah.
Which still love building stuff, but it's
Right.
kind of a different. Anyway, I switched majors to that and just really liked it. So, yeah.
What now? Are you selling things for money?
Basically to buy more tools and fund my habit.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I probably don't charge enough.
No,
So,
no one ever does.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
You can do it for a living. You're not going to charge
No,
enough.
Right.
that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, sell some stuff mainly. Really, I guess most of what I've sold has been off of Facebook. So
Really?
Yeah.
Marketplace or just your
just,
profile or?
I'll just throw it on my page, and especially stuff like spoons or cutting boards or something. It'll sell.
So
quick.
you make
Yeah.
something because you want to make it, and then you post it and hope it sells.
Sometimes. As of late, I've really just gotten projects and that people have custom ordered, and so I've just been building stuff
That's
for other
the
people.
way to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Custom. Anytime you can customize anything, custom.
Well, anytime
custom.
it's commissioned, and
Commissioned,
you're not just
custom.
making and sitting on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already sold before you start.
Yeah. When I started doing things for fun, it was starting to fill the home with things, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're out of space. What do we do with this
Yeah.
thing? Hope we can sell it.
Right.
Yeah. But, so, going from power tools and hand carved things, did someone teach you this, or did you just pick it up and go for it?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's a great
Well,
place.
I mean,
YouTube.
I guess I really kind of discovered all the woodworking channels on YouTube probably, I guess, when I moved back to Arkansas in 2014 when we bought that property. But I was really just kind of just messing around and doing my own thing before that. But YouTube, that opened my eyes. I learned a lot.
Give us some people you watch on YouTube.
Probably my favorite channel I'm following right now is Andy Rawls. You don't know if you follow him or
I don't know an Andy Rawls.
don't.
No.
I think he's in Texas somewhere.
Is that what his channel name is?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know that one.
RAWLS, yeah.
Okay.
Andy Rawls. Yeah, he's awesome. He's really good. And he's like restoring a Airstream right now too. But he's a full-time woodworker. He has a furniture shop in his backyard, and he's got some really good really good stuff out there. And he actually, have y'all heard of Paul Sellers before?
Nope.
He's all hand
Yes.
tool woodworker.
That's probably why I don't, because I'm far on the other end of.
Yeah. I think that
If my hands are making it, I'm not making it.
the Andy Rawls guy took a class with Paul Sellers. So he uses a lot of the same woodworking as far as hand tools go.
Techniques and stuff.
Yeah. Paul Sellers is strictly hand tool.
Did they go
Yeah.
to like a
Only.
Leon Nelson school type thing, or like
I don't
what's her
know.
name that did that?
Anne of all
Anne
trades.
of all trades.
Did something in Portland. There's some school there. I can't remember.
Leon Nelson.
But I don't know. I'm not sure about the
Cool,
schools of
anyways.
woodworking.
Yeah, Paul Sellers. He's from the UK, and he came to
Oh.
the US for a while, and that's when I think when Andy took a class with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a school or what, or just a couple of classes, or I don't know what it was, but anyway.
Do you like hand tools better than power tools, or
No, I like.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm equal opportunity on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I like Jimmy DiResta a lot too.
Mhm.
That's one of the first ones I started watching.
I met him? Have a picture with him.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm buying a pair of his pants. I'm
Oh
kidding.
yeah. No, not gonna happen.
Not
Sorry,
happening.
about $300 jeans.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Really
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
much?
yeah. So
I don't know.
I
I,
don't
can
know.
only assume that they will be. You're
It was-
buying his
it was
jeans
just
for
funny that-
his name.
it was funny that he was coming out with his own pair of pants.
Hey man,
I
he's
thought-
in his. I mean, he's. I mean, he's there. He's big enough.
He's
to-
been doing that for like 20 years now, though, right? I mean,
No, he's just starting selling clothes.
no, I'm talking about just
yeah, like
marketing
in
and
the,
Oh, he's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
yeah, in the '90s when he started
Yeah,
making
yeah, like he's
guitars.
got on
Godfather and
TV
stuff.
and everything.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy seeing those people you watch on YouTube and then you see them in real life and you're like, yeah, it's I guess it's our version now
So,
of like.
Did you see
people
them at
seeing
Workbench?
Yeah.
Con? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we saw him. So super
Cool.
approachable. Just walked up and said, "I'd be remiss if I did not meet you coming all the way here." He's like, "Yeah, man, come over." We talked a little bit, took a picture, and that's pretty much it.
Woo.
I don't want to be like, "Hey, I need to be hanging out with you all the time."
There was a
Follow
lot
you
of
around
that.
There was a lot of
No.
that.
Hey, I'm me.
Not
Who are
with-
you?
not
How's it
with
going?
us.
Nice to meet you. There you go.
Everybody was like trying to be like that. They were usually there till like 1 a.m. I was in bed.
Yeah, 11 o'clock came along. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Old geezers.
That's it.
What are you currently working on? A
Right.
table.
Yeah. Working on a
I already
table right
know.
now. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
You're,
yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Appreciate
So,
it.
wait, do you have a domino?
No.
How are you? How are?
He's
Then I'm
doing
seeing
floating
somebody else
tenons.
doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'm doing floating.
Yes, you're
floating
just. It
tenons.
was your
Just the
first time
same-
doing floating.
Yeah,
tenons.
yeah. I've never
Hand
tried
carved
before.
though, but hand carved.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, is first time worked perfectly.
Yeah, it's surprisingly it
Oh,
was
jeez,
was
okay.
easy. Where did I watched a video on that? I'm trying to remember who had that up. Wood Whisperer.
Oh yeah.
He had a video on it, explained it, and just made it easy. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're just watch a video, do it, and now you're
Kind
like,
of,
I'm a
yeah,
pro.
yeah. It might take a couple of tries depending on the situation, but yeah,
Is this table for somebody or
yeah. Somebody ordered one.
somebody
Yeah,
ordered one?
Yeah.
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 What kind of wood is it made out
It's
of?
just construction grade pine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what
That's
the
probably
customer
it's
could
the
have.
biggest moneymaker, I bet. Construction
that?
grade prime.
It's what the
Yeah.
customer, their price range and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm still making it. I mean, it's not going to have a single metal fastener in it. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
How are you touching the top?
Actually, I lied. That will be the only thing.
I
So
called
it's going
them
to have
out.
those little
It's a
little
little
clips,
eight. Yeah.
The figure eights or the Z clips?
I think they're Z clips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've
are you
used them
using
once
like
before.
a biscuit joiner to make the Z, or are you just gonna do?
Yeah, I'm
the-
going to use a biscuit joiner
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
make a little spot for
I
them to
have
hook
no
into.
idea what they're talking about.
Are you putting breadboards on it? Is the
Yeah.
top gonna be pine
The-
too? Or is
Yes, the top's done already. Yeah, and
Oh, okay,
I did
okay.
breadboard ends with the mortise and tenon and all that, draw boring and did all that. Yeah.
You're the real
That's the
deal.
way to go, man.
You're the real deal.
I'm telling you.
Impressive.
When you scope Facebook, some people are like, oh,
Oh.
I want this table, and they'll send it to me, and it's like $400 on Facebook yard sale. And they're like, can you make this? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's not a breadboard on it. Like, it's pine. You can
Yep.
buy that one.
Yep.
And then they'll buy it, and they'll be like, it warps. And
Mm-hmm.
Do you find most of your customers know quality? I guess like someone says, "Hey, I want a table," and they would buy one that's all screwed together, or versus no metal at all.
Most people don't know.
There you go.
They don't know.
They don't have
Yeah.
a clue.
Well, they don't know when they're buying, but over time they'll figure it out, and that's usually how
Wow.
I try to like.
Yeah. Brian, what are you drawing?
Spaceships.
In pen.
Well, no,
Not
it's
not a
pencil.
a pencil. Not a tablet tonight.
Yeah.
What is the spaceship for?
For space.
For space. I saw a hashtag called "Stay Home and Draw Spaceships."
You're so easily.
So
Like, how many
Motivated.
projects do you
I
have
know.
going on? Like 500 projects.
yeah,
at
8
one
of them
shot.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, it's exactly. Since I didn't have enough of them, I decided to start another page full of spaceships. But it's just one of these things where I saw like 5 artists just blowing my mind with how they sit, and they don't even use pencil. They go straight to pen, which is kind of the direction I'm trying to move. But
Those are really
I
fancy pencils because they look like pens.
these are pens.
Oh, I thought you said you were using pencil.
No, I did pencil first and then pen.
Well, you didn't state that.
Yes,
don't
I
know.
did. I said that.
I'll have to replay
When
the
you,
tape.
okay, you do it. Go
I'm
back.
pretty sure that you said pencil. Okay,
So yeah,
my bad.
get it right.
Cody, what are you up to now?
So angry. What's that?
What are you up to? in the
Watching you
shop?
guys bicker. No.
Family. With family.
So, man, there's not really. There's like a ton of stuff going on, but nothing at all. Does that make any sense? Like right now, for businesses,
Sure.
it's a lot of me emailing and contacting and calls with the bank and this and that, and over different things that I guess government's like pushing down that they're like, this is available to you. And
Are you
this is-
are you applying for that government loan thing? Small
Yeah.
business loan?
It was anything we could get, we would
Okay.
apply for. Yeah.
I didn't know.
So is it actually going to work?
Who
'Cause-
knows?
Okay, that's
Who
that's
hasn't?
the general
Who
sentiment
knows?
that I keep hearing. Is like, yeah, the government's doing all this great work with loans and
Yeah.
grants for small businesses, and then you start
Yeah.
the process, and
Well,
there's
it was
like
like-
a catalog full of
Oh, yeah.
paperwork that you have to do, and it's anyone's guess as to when
Wow.
it'll actually come through.
And the SBA, because they had really, I mean, so when it first went down, SBA had just had no idea what they were getting themselves into, and they had to keep coming back to revisions to what was needed because it was like they were way over.
Yeah.
Like people, I mean, they were just flooded.
Right.
And then they're like, okay, we got to narrow this down. And so, like, it's just one of those things. And I don't know. Yeah, they passed another, 400 billion plan today.
Did they really?
And, yeah.
Yeah, well.
and Congress gave themselves a raise. So that's.
Oh, why wouldn't they?
Very
Why-
magnanimous. of
I mean,
them.
they've been having to work a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Like a full day.
yeah,
That's-
like, yeah.
Well, I'm not one to talk on that one. But I recognize where a full day's work is a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Maybe like once a week.
You put in 8 hours?
What?
You animal.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about this chess set you're making.
So, Ty Pennington contacted me. He was like, man, I want a chess set. Like, you know.
That's what he said.
Why wouldn't he
I want a
contact
chess
you for
set.
that? I mean, you're the guy for chess. Clearly,
I-
you've never made one,
Never made one, so.
and you guys are best friends. So,
So
he's
like-
like, "Yeah, I need a chess set," and you're like,
need a
"Of
chess
course,
set.
naturally, you came to me."
Well, because he wanted out of walnut and maple. So, I mean,
Good
Perfect.
choice.
Yeah,
who do you
well,
know
I mean-
has walnut and maple? The guy who has, does woodworking. So, anyways,
I would assume he knows many woodworkers.
I'm assuming he probably does. I'm very sure he was just throwing the dog a bone,
Okay.
and I'll take it.
Wait, are they
Um,
coming back and visiting with you at some point? No.
That's all done. Like,
I thought they would come for the next season. They like revisit.
well,
Cersei.
so no, we were actually supposed to fly there to Minnesota in April,
R-
but
oh,
all this went down, and they had to cancel it.
Canceled it all.
They canceled it. So like, but they gave us that
terrible.
airline miles
Oh wow.
to use later.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, I'll take them.
But then they're like, you're not coming
yeah.
back. Nothing.
Well, I mean, I don't
Maybe
know
There's a
if-
possibility.
I don't know.
I kind of assumed when he told me he contacted you for a chess set that it was because I'm coming to shoot the
No.
follow up hello.
No, they're.
Oh, he's just like he truly is like throwing you a bone. Okay.
No, he's like, dude, he's like truly. He ordered groceries from a small mom and pop grocery store in Pennsylvania. Just because they they did like shipments of different like these groceries or whatever.
Yeah.
They ordered that just for just support small businesses.
Okay.
So.
Well, cool.
Dang.
He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah. So you're doing a walnut and maple cutting board, no, chess set.
So we did the chessboard.
So you made the chessboard.
Basically a cutting board.
Right. That's why I said cutting board.
But then there was like, okay, how am I supposed to make these chess sets? So I tried to do. I turned them on the lathe, but man, they just did not come. They did not look great.
Oh.
And it was like, well, this is.
You're doing some fine work on
Very-
to make a chess piece.
Well, and you got to make 8 pawns all look the
Exactly the
exact
same?
That'd be tough.
Yeah. Are you lathing at all?
I've dabbled in it, and I'm not.
Do you have one?
I've got a little small bench top one,
Okay.
but that's as far as I've gotten into it.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, so they did not look great. So I was like, okay, well, there's
Hello, Robot Omer.
Yeah. So there's this company named Onefinity.
Yeah.
They're making CNCs, and I'm getting one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and who else is getting one?
That's right.
But Ben Myers, who already got his.
Oh, I already have one.
So, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, why don't I just go on Vectrix and just try to 3D print this thing? So I went in and made a 3D file for like 1/2 of. That way I could take it out and
Right.
glue the backs together
Mhm.
and make a full rounded chess piece.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I told you. So
Crafty.
we face scanned ourselves and then printed ourselves.
Mm.
And I told them, say, yo, tell Ty to face scan his face, and we'll 3D print the king like with his face on it. Wouldn't that be sweet?
That'd be
It'd
cool.
be crazy cool.
Yeah.
That'd be creepy, is what that'd be.
I don't know.
Kind
I
of
think it'd
creepy,
be cool.
but that's
And
pretty cool.
awesome.
Though.
We printed it ourselves in playing pieces. Let me get one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
can
get
check
up and
that
show
out.
you.
Yeah. They're so creepy.
They
When you see these things.
They are a little creepy, but they're super cool. So if you're playing board game, you can literally play as your own character. So you don't know this guy. He's one of our friends.
Is that Pete?
But that one's me, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
I mean,
yep.
there's no glasses on it, so... And
No
then,
glasses, no hair.
That is
Ben.
Brian.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
That is cool.
3D printing yourself. It's super easy. There's an app called Scandy Pro
Wow.
or STL Maker. If you have like a iPhone that scans your face to unlock, it uses that face scan technology, and
Okay.
it creates a 3D file of your head. We took that and we found some files of knights and paladins and stuff, and we chopped their head off and put our head on that character and printed it out. So
That is cool.
it's super cool. Yeah. This is on a resin printer because if I don't know if the listeners can hear this thing going "Frrrt, frrrt." I didn't really plan that out in time to stop before we recorded.
Honestly,
But-
Ben. Sound quality.
That printer can't get this fine, so this is
When has
resin
this
that gets
podcast
printed.
ever had
Okay.
sound quality?
I know. There's no sound quality.
I can't hear it.
It's as
I
good
didn't
as I
even.
can go. There, you just heard it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I can't stop hearing it.
Yeah, my bad.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody's gonna listen to it. So, yeah.
Do you hear that?
Any 3D printing in your life? It's all wood
never-
for you,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
all woodworking.
He carved
Maybe
it
I
out.
can open your mind to 3D printing. Your kids will love it, man. We've
Oh,
printed
yeah, I'm
so
sure.
many crazy cool things. You
Yeah.
literally print yourself Legos.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
I love
awesome.
playing with Legos.
Super easy.
I'm sure that's illegal.
Well, hey, you can print yourself bricks.
Bricks.
Sorry.
Bricks.
Yes.
Stackable bricks.
Yeah. Jeez. Yes. So the Onefinity is in the shop. We've talked about it for a while, or me
I don't
getting
know if
something.
I don't know if
we
we
talked
ever
about.
talked about. We talked about.
We talked about
getting
something's coming. I think
Yeah.
we talked
It is
about
coming.
it a little bit last episode, but I do want to jump in and say it is here. It is here to stay.
It is here cutting aluminum.
Cutting
like a boss.
Aluminum like a boss, yes. So on my Shapeoko, I never cut aluminum. I never even tried. It was some sort of intimidating thing.
Well,
Wood is forgiving, I guess, and aluminum just seemed like craziness. So I got this thing in, and it cut like a dream from the start. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to go all in on a new CNC, I need to go all in on other things. So I cut one baby sign for somebody at church. And I was like, okay, cool. Now let's 3D cut some stuff. So I did a Zelda sword, just like you're talking about with your chess piece. I did a sword, the Master Sword. I did it in 2 halves and glued them together. So that was like the first time I ever did 3D stuff. And it is just so cool to see it just like,
oh yeah.
whoop, kind of like a spoon,
Yeah.
just your hands are doing it. And it's
It's
not
just like
me.
the spoon.
It's just like carving a spoon. But yeah,
But
so
nothing.
that, and then boom, I said, you know what? Let's go to aluminum. Threw a sheet of aluminum down. I'm testing this thing, see how fast it can go.
That's when I
And-
left the shop.
You did. You were a little afraid. Nothing went wrong at all.
Nothing went
I
wrong.
did get aluminum shavings absolutely everywhere in the shop. And
Wow.
when you like to go barefoot in the shop, and so do your kids, it's not good. But yeah, so I cut a square, and now you have one. You have the
Yeah,
first square that came
absolutely.
off the machine as a gift for joining us.
Yeah, thank you
But-
very much.
For
You're
risking your life
For risking
Yeah.
your life to come to some stranger's shop and meet up with some
in the
guys.
middle of a pandemic.
Yes, well, that's true. To stay less than 6 feet close to each other. But yeah, it's come out good. We hit, well, I tried 300 inches per minute, and it did cut 2 sides and then kind of skipped. So the limit is about 275 inches per minute, which
Wow.
is
Still pretty darn fast.
way faster than I've ever cut anything ever. And it just cut like butter.
And that was without cooling fans or...
Yeah, there's no
any-
misting, no lubrication, no no air blast. So that's just cutting dry. It was awesome. So
That's
yeah,
Crazy.
super cool.
So 275 inches per
Inches per minute. Yeah.
minute. So how deep of a?
It was not.
Or is
It
it-
was 0.015 inches.
I don't know anything about.
Very shallow passes,
Okay.
but very very fast.
Fast, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because the main thing with doing metal, because you're cutting metal on metal, is dissipating the heat.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way you dissipate the heat is to get the chips to evacuate.
yeah,
That
yeah.
takes the heat with it. So, shallow passes with fast speeds is what I'm doing. I am by no means an expert in aluminum. This is obviously like the 4th time I've ever cut
Someone
anything.
is listening to this and cringing
Oh,
so bad.
probably. I don't
Like,
know.
they're probably just like,
Winston.
Or,
Wait.
or yeah, it's true.
Is that-
Schooling me on that, but yeah. So
Is
it's-
there a special type of bit that you like to use, or?
yeah, the bit when you're doing aluminum, it is a 1 flute bit. So
Okay.
CNC bits are kind of like router bits. They're not designed to cut and drill. They're designed to cut sideways. So it's very similar.
Okay.
And 1 flute will extract the more amount of chips to get that heat out of there. If you have multiple flutes,
Fleets?
it'll
Fleets?
compact in there and it won't eject and then
Okay, that
overheat
makes
and
sense.
stuff like that. So.
more the
Yeah.
flutes.
So I didn't lose a lot of times. It'll lose steps in a Z, which is the plunge down, and then you get shorter. But I didn't lose that at all. I think just the motors that are on there.
Well, screwdriver. Like, it's very...
It's belt, yeah, or it's not belt driven. It is all screw. So you see the machine below I have down there, the older machine, the Shapeoko, has belts. So it'll skip on those belts, and the belts will stretch, kind of. So a lot of time, when people are trying to drill holes with the older machine, that belt will just skip on the motor, so you won't go down as
Okay.
good.
Okay.
And this has a screw,
Yeah.
which is a lot harder
Yeah, it's not
to
prone
skip.
to do that.
You can't really do that so bad. So I'm not losing that. That's great. It was consistent cutting through that. It was just when it was going across, I think it torqued out on the motor, and we reached our limit. At least I did. Hopefully somebody else that's better at metal will get one and go crazy and teach me about it. But so
Where'd you
that's-
get the
that's
bits
very-
from? Bits and bits or
I have a little bit of both. I have a
Bits and
mixture of
bits.
bits and bits and tools today.
Right.
So yeah, sometimes one doesn't make what the other one makes. It's interesting.
Well, I reached out to Bits and Bits when I was doing the 3D carving
Yeah.
for the chess pieces, and was like, hey, this is kind of what, like, really, I was just kind of reaching out to them, like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Tell me what to buy, like one of those things. And then they were like, yeah, you're gonna need this, this, and this, and they sent me two, for free.
2 bits to try out.
Yeah,
Show up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I was
Have
like,
you
that's
been
pretty
sent
cool.
anything yet on Instagram? Nothing yet.
Nope.
It'll come. You just keep
Yeah.
putting out content, and then once you get your first thing, it may be like worth $2. You're like, this is insane. I can't believe it. That's crazy.
But a lot of times, like, I don't know, it's crazy when you just reach out to those companies really just to ask questions, on like what they have and what they, what they can guide you in the area of something, and they'll be like, yeah, we can do that, and here, try this too.
It is really amazing with companies online.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
when my grandfather came, when he used to come down, he was amazing woodworker, amazing. He came down and he was kind of done with that when he first started coming down. When we had kids, they traveled from Pennsylvania, and I'd be showing him something, and then I said, "Oh yeah, the company sent me this." He's like, "What? The company sent you something?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I just messaged him on Instagram, and then I instantly talked to the CEO of the company, and they said." And like that fact just like blew his mind. But like to us, like if I can't reach the CEO in one instant message, like something's wrong. But back in the day, it's like you got a catalog, and never would the CEO talk to you about anything, which is crazy. No, it's just
Changing
what a difference.
times.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular brand that you are interested in the tools in your shop?
No, not really.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just whatever.
No.
As long as it's a quality tool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing online purchases or in the store usually when you're grabbing some?
A mixture of both. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of both. Yep. So.
When are we going to see a YouTube video from you?
Oh,
You have some.
Yeah. I do have a channel.
Yes.
Yep.
How many videos do you have up? I watched one of them.
Probably five,
Five?
something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Tell
more
us
me.
your YouTube handle. I guess. Do you know it?
Gordons Woodshop.
Is there an underscore in there?
I don't remember.
Well, Brian's going to look it up. Tell us what videos you have up there now.
Let's
If
see.
you can remember that, or Brian will.
I have a couple
correct you.
of videos of showing how I make spoons. I have a video where I built a what was that? Like a butcher block styled countertop. I have one where I started. It's like I haven't put the second part up, but there's part one of building a cabinet that actually goes under the butcher block countertop.
Okay.
So,
That's cool.
oh, and then there's one where I made a jig, like to cut tendons on your table saw.
That's the one I saw.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Very
That
nice.
was just a quick, like 30-minute
Yeah.
jig, and I was like, well, I have the type of fence that I have on my saw is not.
What kind of saw do you have?
It's like a probably 80s model Delta Rockwell
Yeah.
Okay.
table saw, and
It's
got
a precursor to what you have.
yeah,
Is
it's
that
got
right?
a funny looking fence. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, but it's still a beast, man.
Yeah, it's a good saw. Yeah, I love the saw.
Where'd you get that?
My uncle is a retired ag teacher
Okay.
at one of the local schools
Nice.
around here.
Wait, now
and-
that makes sense for you to go into ag because you have family in ag.
Oh yeah, I grew up on a cattle farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here in Arkansas, or
Yeah, just here in a little town called Pleasant Plains.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what Pleasant Plains is.
Yep.
So, yeah, I got the. He bought that saw from the school when he retired, and then eventually just gave the saw to me once I took an interest. Once I moved back to Arkansas and took an interest in building stuff.
Mhm.
It was just sitting in his shop. Just the top cast iron top was getting rusty, so I brought it to my shop, and it's been sitting there ever since. So.
Rust. What do I have? I bought this stuff. It's up there somewhere. Rust free, I think.
Yeah.
And it stinks so like rotten eggs. It's so terrible, but
Does-
the rust just comes right off.
But it works though.
Works so
okay.
well, but it's like terrible. Like it's terrible. So we got a small shop.
I see it.
What does it
Little
say?
white spray thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, rust free.
rust free. So check that out. If it's still rusty, I don't know.
No, it's good now.
You
No,
good?
it gets used a lot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this cover that MLCS sells. That's like a magnet. You have one too, right?
Yeah, I tried to put it on my saw stop, but it just it didn't really work out. I guess the size wasn't exactly right.
Yeah, it's too small.
Or- yeah, and so
I have one. It fits mine. It works. Makes it to where I can put like, you can glue up on it and it'll just peel right off.
Oh, cool.
Protect the top.
Yeah.
And it's a magnet. And then when I don't use it, like I'm using the table saw, I'll magnet onto the wall and then
Cool.
or on the door and put
Yeah.
it back on. So,
yeah,
I've
and
never
I
seen that.
Don't use my table saw as a work area.
I have to
That's true.
Yeah.
because I have one workbench that has something on it. So
So his YouTube is Gordon's Woodshop.
Oh,
I just,
no
I just
underscore.
searched for it in YouTube. And,
Excellent.
Yeah.
Gordon's
Woodshop.
Workshop.
No.
Woodshop.
Woodshop.
Gordon's
I keep doing
Woodshop.
that,
Yeah.
dang it. Gordon's Woodshop. Sorry, go ahead, Cody.
Got 6 good
Oh, so I was gonna
videos
say,
there.
bringing up the saw, I tripped the brake on the
yes.
saw stop.
Yes.
Ooh.
What'd you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
So I don't know yet because I got it on video and I sent it.
I watched that.
Did you see it?
I couldn't tell that it.
I was nowhere near it.
Anything
It was
happened?
the weirdest thing. So I have but it was on the Incra miter sled.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, but still, like the very back part of it is metal.
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe like it hit, but there's like no way. So I don't know. But anyway,
So
it was on video.
It didn't
I sent
touch
it to
the metal
Solstop.
part of the sled, or
No, it didn't look like it did. There
There's
was no metal in the
indentation,
material
yeah.
because I put the new brake in, and
will they do that when
and
it
the new
contacts
blade.
metal?
Yeah.
yeah.
They
so
will?
anytime
Yeah,
there's
it's-
like a chain, like moisture,
Okay.
metal.
So the saw stop. If you are listening and you don't know
What
saw
are we
stop is,
talking about?
This is the saw that when it touches human flesh is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I
The
thought. That's the only
blade,
thing that was.
the blade will drop down into itself so it doesn't cut your finger off. It's the only one that exists.
And,
Thousandth of a second.
and there's like
It's
a
super fast.
it's like it was so quick. Like I was just like, what just
You
happened?
didn't even understand what happened.
Yeah, like
I thought it would sound like an explosion and it would like scare you to death. Like I had a blade snap on my bandsaw, my 14-inch bandsaw.
Yeah.
That scared me to death.
Yes, that happened to me 2 or 3 nights ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with like a big, like a 3/4 inch
That's
blade.
what I have on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
And one of the,
Right where the weld was is
Uh-huh.
where it
Oh,
goes.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
so. I haven't had one snap, but I did
Scary.
have one. The teeth in it got bent.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it sent
In
the
your new-
stock
in your
like
new bandsaw?
exploded. Yeah, yeah. So
Whoa.
yeah, the teeth was bent, and I just took that blade off and bought a new one. Cause
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
no,
yeah,
that's-
ain't no fixing that.
I don't
But-
know. People send them off to get redone and buy,
Yeah,
redo
but-
there. But I'm like,
You
Just
can
order
metal
another
can
one on
only be
Amazon.
heated and treated so much
Yeah.
before it's weakened, and it just wasn't. I mean,
So what kind of bandsaw do you have?
the Grizzly.
Okay.
17. You
or
have a
19. One of those
he has a
two.
17. I have the
I can't
14.
remember.
What do you have?
It's a Rikon. It's a 14-inch, but
Okay.
it's got a big
That's
resaw.
the blue and white color, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah,
Rikon is?
yeah. It's got like a yellow blade guard
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's blue and
Yeah.
white. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Does it have a brake on it, like a stop brake, or just?
Like when you turn it off, does it stop? Does it take forever? My Grizzly takes
No,
forever.
It takes
to
a
stop.
while. It doesn't have a brake on it. No.
See, mine doesn't take forever, but it doesn't have a brake on it either.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it takes like 4 or 5 seconds,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, mine
Yeah.
takes like 4 minutes.
Oh no,
That's insane.
no.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Something's wrong.
All right. Well, I don't know. It's forever.
Need to ask
I have
Chris.
to wait. Yeah.
But so yeah. Anyways, like it. I guess it did make a thud because it drops down and it pushes the clutch into the blade
Right.
itself.
Well, it's got a gas canister in there. It
Yeah.
explodes.
Yeah.
So
So
to
stop
shoot it off,
Yeah.
shoot the brake off.
So it stops the blade as it's dropping the blade down, and so anyways.
So your
But-
blade is
But
trash.
with
Your
the
brake
dust
is trash.
collector and all the other stuff was going
You didn't
on,
hear
so
it,
I didn't
yeah.
really hear it. So yeah, blade done, brake done, but luckily I had extra. But it was just so weird. I was like, so I thought I hit metal maybe in the stock or something.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is when I put the new brake on and the new blade on, I turned the key did the override for the safety and pushed it on through, and there was nothing in it. So I don't know.
Yeah. I have not
Didn't know
had
there
it.
was an override on it either.
Oh yeah.
So I did learn on the saw stop. I didn't have it trip because I have one too. That I have this little Wix digital angle gauge that I put onto the blade.
Yeah, it's like a magnetic.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Tell you what angle it is. I got it all set up. I was like, cool, okay, let's go. Turned on the blade without taking that thing off,
Oops.
and it did click, but it didn't shoot the blade. It didn't shoot the blade down, and like it didn't register. Thankfully.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
it clicked to where it wouldn't let me turn it on. I'm like, what? Ooh.
Yeah.
If that would have went off, that thing would have shot across like
Yeah.
a bullet. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's many. Even with safety features, you're still an idiot. And
Just got to be careful.
yeah.
Sometimes things.
Any
happen.
mishaps
Yeah.
for you other than a blade break?
No, the last
Good.
time I got stitches, I was chopping onions in the kitchen. So, yeah, yeah, nothing in the shop.
Let's keep
so,
it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez. So, are you wanting to take this full time?
Man, not at this point. I don't think so. Yeah, I really like my day job. So
Yeah.
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 So
The right opportunity comes along. You take it full time,
yeah, never say never.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
but that's not what you're looking for.
no,
you,
not
you
not
like
really.
where it is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I said last year and the year before. And then things build and grow and change, and I'm like, okay, maybe it will be a little different. So I don't know, but yeah, that's
Maybe one day for me.
maybe you'll be the guy that people watch on YouTube and they list off their favorites, and it's
Yeah, mate, you never know.
Yeah. maybe one day for you.
Maybe.
It'll be your full-time thing.
I'm hoping.
The government I won't be paying my taxes to
You won't pay for it
get you
anymore.
free money. Mhm. I see.
Need it. I need a raise.
Brian, are you going full-time?
No.
You don't even have a part-time job. You don't even have a full-time job now. Art
That's
teaching a school that doesn't even
Totally
exist.
the same for you. Thank you very much. Yes,
No, you literally are not going to your work every day. How's that going?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm over here so often. I'm answering emails and posting assignments and
How many emails do you get a day from school?
about 150.
150.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's my own fault because
He has
I
no
take
internet.
that back. Well, okay, I wasn't referring to that at all. I was referring to the fact that I begged and pleaded to be dropped into all the online classrooms at my school because I teach all those students one time a week, but that means I get every response for every assignment in every class emailed to me, and I could turn that off, but then I might not get anything that actually pertains to the things I've assigned to them.
Anything
And
positive coming back from
oh,
those
yeah.
from the kids?
Oh, from the kids?
Because you're assigning something, right?
Huh?
You're assigning some work for them
Yes,
to do?
I do. I have made assignments for 5th and 6th grade. And
Give us an example of
posted
some of the assignments they have to
Oh, the profile thing.
the profile.
Was that where like you had them?
To what do you refer?
Like you had them draw a character front, side.
There you go. That was the
view,
first one.
in
So the
and
first one,
action.
and I thought it was appropriate for both grades. It was character design.
I don't know what it's called. Is it
It's a character design.
Somebody's profile,
Not
like-
really profile. Well, profile view, yes,
Yeah,
from the side,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So that's the way animators will develop characters. Just show what they look like, front, side, back. All different angles.
Yeah,
and-
we know.
Of
Okay,
course
great.
Of course I know.
Of course.
Of course I know.
And so that was the first
Naturally.
thing, and then we kind of expanded on that and did a full comic strip, which is a one-page comic strip that they could or didn't have to use that character that they developed. And then the last thing was a collage inspired by their experience with this whole ordeal. How's things changed since we're having school, but we're not actually having school situation. And
So it's a collage. Is it just poster board with toilet paper on it?
I geared it to make sure that it could be done with stuff around the house. So yes, absolutely. It is cereal boxes broken
dare
up
you
and
put
taped
toilet paper
together.
on your collage.
Oh, but to answer your question, Ben, one of them almost made me cry the other day because
Really?
Yeah, I had a student do a collage which was so encouraging and positive and happy, and put like living honeysuckle on the collage and all these wonderful, beautiful photos of her and doing all these awesome things with her family and her pets, and just the sweetest thing ever. It made me.
Oh my god.
Made
So
me
she
tear
gets an
up. If I
An A
graded,
plus.
she would get an A
Oh,
plus.
wait, your
plus.
grade.
Oh wait.
His assignments
We have been
don't matter
over
and
this.
are awarded
Hold
no
on.
points.
I have 600 students. I don't grade. So to begin with, in this entire operation, it was going to be a little easier for me anyway. But now that the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education has decided that visual art and music are no longer required in any event, I'm doubly,
Worthless.
Worthless, yes. So,
Oh, man.
but I am holding to my pattern and doing
gosh.
things anyway. And hey, sometimes it pays off when people do the optional work and send me something like that, and I almost cry. So
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this.
Can I be? I want to know, like, what are the qualifications to become like a woodshop teacher?
That's for sure.
You get a
That'd be
bachelor's
awesome.
degree and
And
get
I
a
don't grade?
certificate.
Do I have to grade?
And that
No,
is
probably
see,
not.
I-
You're an
I don't know.
extracurricular.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Are you?
No,
Maybe
but
not.
see, music does give grades at my school, so it's very
art does
strange.
not?
Art does not.
That's because art can be anything.
What? No.
It's
Well,
relative-
I mean,
it's
it is more
relative.
subjective, but it's just the volume that I face with 2 grades. Every single student. They know there's no way to do that. And they didn't tell me that, by the way, until after I was hired there. I was fully expecting to grade everybody.
Well, good. That made it
So,
easy.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it suddenly made it easy. So,
Man, jeez.
Wow.
yep, that's what I'm doing in school. So,
Do you think art and artisans' work is worth more or less now from COVID? Do you think? Like, do you think artwork, the value of artwork, is going up and
I think
across the board?
Well, I don't know what the value of it is, but
I'm
I
gonna
think
think
I think
about that.
people are
I'm gonna think about it.
finding the value in their own art.
That's
now
true. Creative movement
Versus,
is
Yeah.
you know what I
booming.
mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the if you're looking for like a dollar value. Or anything on that
Maybe
from-
I am. Maybe I'm
from
not.
like
I
a
don't know.
consumer standpoint, but I think people are starting to value their own creativity a little bit more.
I am
because
seeing that.
all
That's
they
a good
have.
That's all
answer.
you got right now.
You're stuck with that.
Are you
That
seeing?
is a great
Are you seeing
answer.
YouTube views go up during this time? Do you watch that at all?
Yeah, I look at it some. I've really only got one video that gets continuous views every
Which
day.
one
Which
is it?
one's out?
It's the butcher block countertop one.
Really?
For whatever reason, I don't really know why, but
Something happens.
something.
Keywords.
That's the one.
Your SEOs are
I guess.
spot on or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
Or the
yeah.
thumbnail. Do you make thumbnails for your YouTube, or is it just a picture of a clip?
A couple of them look like thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, a couple of them I did, but most of the time, YouTube, if you upload the
auto-generates
video,
a
yeah. If I
clip.
don't like it, then the choices they have, I'll.
I think
throw
it gives you
something in.
3
Yeah.
choices.
The video is build a butcher block countertop on a budget.
How many? Oh, how
That's
many?
a
how many
great
views do we
title.
have?
That is what people are going to want to
Yeah.
look for. Actually,
Yeah, that went into a rent house, and so that's
Okay.
that again is more construction lumber, but
okay, yeah,
How many views does that have?
1,500.
You broke 1,000.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Yep.
You're on your way.
Yeah.
Making.
I don't
Tons
know what
of
I'm,
money.
Don't know what I'm doing, but
yeah.
That's how
no,
I
one,
started.
no one does know except
Yeah.
Ben Myers. He's the only one.
Fake it till you make it.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's the way it is.
It's my only hope.
My best video is did I waste $2,000 on a Chinese laser?
Yeah.
And I'm laying on it, hugging it. That's, I think the thumbnail and the wording is what made the
Ridiculous.
difference. But yeah,
But solid gold, apparently.
it's got over 300,000 views so
Oh
far.
my
Wow.
It is
gosh.
legit.
Wow.
It's legit.
Did you do a YouTube video of laser cutting pizza or no?
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
And a bunch of companies bought
Speaking
it.
of, baloney, that's apparently solid gold.
2 seconds. We're sitting inside the shop, me and a guy that's not in here with right now.
Yeah.
And it was dinner time, and I was like, "Do you want pizza?" He's like, "Yeah, let's order pizza." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I'm on the website of Papa John's, and I see, well, this is like the laser is sitting next to me when I'm doing this, and I'm like, "Huh, you can." I never looked at this before, but they allow you to choose how they cut the pizza. Never looked at that before. It was like, pizza cut is cross and you make or triangles.
Yeah.
Squares. They have
Make
an
a bunch
option
of squares.
but they have an option for squares.
Yeah, psychos.
Yeah, that is weird.
Okay, Marcos.
Maybe yeah, I don't know.
Sociopaths.
And then they have an option for no slicing, which who
Oh.
in the world would choose no slicing? I don't know.
You,
That's
apparently.
Somebody wants to
You did
roll
it,
that
didn't
bad
you?
boy up and eat it like a burrito.
In case they want to laser it.
But I said, let's try it on the laser.
Oh, God.
We ordered one pizza. It came. We put it in the laser. At this point, my focal length lens is very close, maybe half an inch. It has to be that close.
Brushing the tops of the sausages.
Well, that was a thing. A pizza is not flat.
Yeah.
It's got the
I know.
ends, it's got the bubbles, and I'm like, okay, so at
Undulates.
some point I'm getting really close, at some point I'm really, really far, and it's got a fine focal point. When you're not within that, it just widens the beam and it doesn't
Right.
cut anything. Well, it made for a really cool video.
Yeah, you almost set the pizza on fire.
Almost at the crust did kind of catch on fire
That's
or
what I
flame,
mean.
and then, as you go, I went slow. But the pizza tasted terrible. I left the cardboard underneath because it would melt through and get all over. So I was like, nah. It tasted like I burnt some cardboard and
Ew.
ate it.
Gross.
But we ate that whole pizza.
Did you really?
I do not know
Didn't waste it. Good for you.
if we're creating some nuclear something there.
Mutate your
I'm
genes.
mutating the pizza to where it's death. But we
Death in a
ate it. I'm
box.
still alive.
Still
so,
here.
Well,
yeah,
hey,
it was terrible at
you didn't
every
get
moment.
COVID.
We did.
That could be the cure.
Did not. No.
I don't know.
Laser pizza for everybody.
And then I just recently lasered a hot dog.
Did you eat it?
That smelled really good. It smelled like a hot dog on a campfire.
So did you eat the hot dog?
I did not eat
Well,
the hot
dang
dog.
it,
though, 'cause
Ben.
I lasered the word hot diggity dog into it. But it didn't cook the whole thing. It just cooked a line. So it wasn't really...
Ben, you can eat them cold straight out of the package.
I will not do that. It's disgusting. Do you eat cold pizza?
Me?
Yes.
No, my wife does.
She
loves
prefers it?
She
Some
loves
people
it.
prefer cold
My
pizza. I don't
wife
understand
loves
that.
cold pizza for breakfast. Number 1, I hate breakfast. Number 2, I hate cold pizza. So number 3, that's disgusting.
You hate breakfast?
Yes.
I'm
Yes, I do.
still like, I don't know, a little upset about the cold hot dog thing. That is
Yeah, cold hot dogs.
I'm
gross.
sorry. Did that
From-
really put you off?
from
I
the
apologize.
like straight from the hot dog water.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
go. No.
Basting in its juices.
Dude.
That's the way you prefer it. That's why your grades are meaningless. This dude
right there.
eats cold hot dogs. His grades are meaningless.
Grades and culinary expertise are just garbage.
Cold pizza for you?
Yeah, I like cold pizza.
You would eat?
I'll eat
okay.
it either way.
What about breakfast?
I love breakfast.
What's the best breakfast food?
I make a pretty mean
Cheeseburgers.
breakfast quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Yeah.
You're getting fancy with your
Yeah,
breakfast.
yeah.
Cody, best breakfast food?
Man, I'll be honest, I'm not a big breakfast guy.
You're not a breakfast guy either.
Yeah.
You don't eat it?
Like, I mean,
In the mornings,
no.
you skip the most important meal? I skip it almost
only-
every morning.
so my wife-
of the day. Always eat breakfast.
My wife loves breakfast foods, like, so like the only time I ever eat breakfast is if we go and eat breakfast somewhere.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's usually how it
Otherwise,
is for me.
Yeah.
But not because I don't like breakfast, just
Yeah.
because I don't know. I'm in this like 10:30 is where I'm ready to be eating, and I'll get something and eat. But I love a waffle. Nothing
Oh,
beats
yeah.
waffles for me.
Yeah.
Waffles with syrup and a glass of milk. I can't have a syrup-based food without a glass of milk.
What
Can't
about
have it.
fried chicken and waffles?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it's good
love
stuff.
it. Super good. KJ's. Have you
Yeah,
tried that?
yeah.
That's
I haven't
so
eaten
good there.
breakfast there, but
Oh,
yeah.
you need to get-
I've eaten there though. Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
get the chicken and waffle.
Yeah,
well, if
okay.
they ever open up again.
Yeah.
From
someday.
COVID. So, yeah. Ooh, so good. So, what's the future for your wood shop stuff?
Well, we're going to be selling our house at some point in the future. So we're going to build a new house on my parents. My parents have a 180-acre farm. We're going to build a house out there, and so that means I get to build a new shop.
Yeah, just the way you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
I hope so.
hope
Well, I
so.
guess just the way the money.
But budget permitting.
yeah. Well, what's the plan so far? You have a plan? An ideal size? Well, a realistic ideal size, I guess.
I would really like a if I'm drinking, a 30 by 40 would be really nice. Is what I would want. So, and we'll see if I can get this slab poured, and maybe I can build it myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just
Or
save
go
some
all
money.
metal. You can do a metal building. Those are
yeah.
Yeah.
cheaper with a garage.
Yeah,
Garage door?
Yeah, have maybe one garage door, and I think that would be, something like that.
Ooh, that's the dream. That's awesome. How
I'm not
soon
sure
is
how
that gonna happen?
tall. I'm not sure how tall to have the
Oh, yeah.
ceiling in it though.
Well,
don't
I
know.
would say, from being in here, a 4x8 sheet where you can hold it upright and in your hands,
Right,
so you don't
yeah.
hit the ceiling. At least that.
so like at least a 10-foot
Yeah,
ceiling, maybe.
that's what I'd
Okay.
say. Because in here, I'm hitting
makes sense.
everything everywhere. It doesn't happen. It's a
Thud.
bummer. Cody, if you built your dream shop, what would it look like?
Paid off.
Good answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you give me a 10 by 10 paid off. Bad boy.
Dream shop.
Stuff's happening.
Brian, are you in your dream shop? Brian, tell us about how much cleaning and organizing you've done. I am so proud of him. It is unbelievable. Please go.
Really.
Yes. Please go visit his Instagram and see the before and after of some of
Did
the.
I post before? Oh yeah, I did.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
And
So when I quit school, or I'm sorry, when we started doing school from home,
yes.
I didn't quit.
No, we're still paying you a salary for doing the.
I realized, yes, you are. Thank you, taxpayers.
You're
I realized
basically
that
a politician at this point.
no, that's cross the line, Cody.
I'm sorry.
What
You're
was I
just-
even saying now?
I don't know.
Just drag politics into the conversation.
I didn't drag ball. I said you get paid the same for doing the same. That's not.
I don't know.
You cleaned your shop.
Right, okay, thank you. That's where
There
I was
you go.
going with that. So I realized that it just stressed me out going out into the garage, which is my shop, because it was a mess. Like my work table and the table saw were covered in junk. So it took me 12 hours, 4 days in a row, I think, to get it to where it is now.
It's still not done yet,
It's
though.
still not done.
You got the front half.
Yeah, that was only the front half.
The front half is there.
And so
you have the back half to go.
I did get started on the back half. I mean, I can actually move around in the back half now, and I burned a ton of stuff. I burned so much stuff, just threw it out and set it on fire.
Good for you, man.
Yes,
good
I
for
knew
you.
he'd like that. And then Ben came over, and I thought he was going to cry.
It was, oh my goodness.
He was on cloud 9.
Brian is a true artist.
Yeah, it was a mess. But now, I mean, for the past 3 weeks or however long it's been, I go out there. I love sitting out there with the radio on, and I'm making my Mandalorian helmet, just sanding up a storm in there, breathing in all the fumes, and it's great. It is so much fun being in a place where I can actually do stuff. So, yeah.
You need to work on the back where you can stick a CNC because the Shapeoko needs a new home.
Need to do that, and as soon as we get the roof repaired and taken care of to where it doesn't drip in the back anymore, because that's kind of a problem, I have half of mine to pull a U and insulate the walls and get some climate control for in the summer, because it's not a fun place to be.
That couldn't hurt, man.
In the summer.
That's another requirement for my future shop.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have
no
any kind of heating and cooling.
So what's it like for you in the summer in your shop? I mean, is it an inferno?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that's I walk outside
big
and
shop fan on a pedestal.
Okay. See, I need to get a fan too. Just for the garage, because I got a window in the back. I got a window in the back, and I got a big garage door. And if I had a fan, I don't know if it would help or not. It's just you feel your skin boiling when you walk out there in the middle of the humid Arkansas summer. So
I started off. Well, it was half this, half the barn. We blew it out, made it bigger.
Right.
I had no insulation at all, and then it's been a year. I said at least a year, maybe a year and a half, and I insulated it. I always had a window unit in, and it just cranked.
Yeah.
And whatever. But insulated, it made a huge difference. And it's a lot harder when your entire walls are covered with things to insulate afterwards.
I can only imagine.
So I will say, go into debt if you can to insulate first,
for sure.
and then cover your walls. So I don't have drywall. It's just the cheap Luann thin plywood up there. Yeah. And I was like, whatever. Put it up, and I did one little corner for a YouTube corner when I had a lot less things in here, and then pretty much the whole thing is YouTube now. So I was like, we need to make white is a lot prettier than the brown background. So high suggestion, insulate, well worth the money, even if it's at a smaller shop's price.
Yeah.
I'm going from a big to a small to be able to insulate for sure. Yeah. I got a heater and an air conditioner window unit all in one, and it's now it's set for heat, which is I'm sweating like crazy. I should have turned that off, but it does its job out here. So
cool.
Yeah, we're coming up on an hour. Anything else you want to leave us with? Leave us with nuggets. Where can we find you? Your web address. Reiterate your YouTube.
Don't have a website, but I do have a YouTube channel now, Gordons Woodshop. You can find me on Facebook. At Gordons Woodshop, and Instagram Gordons_Woodshop.
You and Coty share the underscore.
But yeah, because it's hard. Like, I don't know. On Instagram,
somebody has organic woodwork. I can see Gordon. That's pretty,
I can see that.
But organic woodwork,
it just looked better than having organic woodwork all
one word,
really long. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the underscore is kind of a hindrance rather than a help. Yeah,
it's not.
When you're typing stuff in.
Really? Because
I could be wrong.
When you type in organic,
or when I'm trying to tag you and I have to remember, oh wait, there's an underscore.
Naming your shop Fiery Squirrel Art is a hindrance. Underscore is no problem.
That's very hard to spell.
When you spell squirrel.
Exactly.
Can't even spell fiery.
Exactly.
Furry.
Furry.
No, that's not it.
Furry squirrel.
Brian, leave us with a teacher nugget.
A teacher nugget?
Mm-hmm.
If you could grade this.
Grade what?
Knowing it's meaningless, whatever you say.
Oh, this whole podcast? We get like
you could grade this podcast.
We get a good B-.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, we get a good
it doesn't mean it.
I would not show this grade to my mother. It wouldn't matter.
Next time, I'm going to have report cards for all of y'all next time.
I'll hang it on my fridge.
You do that.
Yes.
Show it to your wife. Make her sign it. I want to see it again.
If you're listening to
I
us...
do that in school. I'm not doing that now.
If you're listening to us, please give us a grade on iTunes or the other places you're listening.
Spotify. We're on
Spotify? Yeah, we're on all of them. I only ever use iTunes, so I know that iTunes matters. The reviews bumps us up in the visibility on the charts. So please leave us a 5-star review with a written something and let us know.
Well, leave us an honest review.
Leave an honest review. 5 stars is
B and a half.
Is
It's a B and
B and
a
a
half.
half. 4-star review.
give us a B and a half.
Yes.
A B.5.
And
It's a B.5.
Yep.
yeah, and we're also on YouTube. These are all recorded, so if you want to view us live and semi-live, and you want to see us in person, you can go to
Brian's
us.
flowing locks.
They are really long right now. It's crazy. It's not, and that's not because all the haircut places are closed. He just chose
Yes, it totally is. That's
ponytail
why.
it up.
No.
Man bun.
might
It was
be
like
able to get a
long.
man bun.
It was long-ish, but it's gotten
It
so
is
much longer.
Flowing. You have flow right now.
Like yeah. You went.
Have to start consulting my wife about conditioner.
Yes. My. If you want to see his flowing locks, please visit us on YouTube at the Build Guild Podcast. And
Something happened. You just went straight Nazareth all of a sudden.
Yes.
It's like,
It took a Nazarite vow. That's what happened. I'm going to go hand to hand with a lion now out on the dusty roads.
crazy.
all right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks so much for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for the
And
invite.
Thanks a lot.
Make sure to check him out on Instagram. Follow along with his table build. And if you're in the area and you need a table, don't go to Coty because he's getting a business loan. Go to Gordons Woodshop because he's not funded by the taxpayers.
Wow.
Yeah, go to Gordon.
They got their options. They got
They
one
have
in
their
Cersei and
Go
one
to
up in
Gordon.
Velvet Ridge.
Absolutely. Yep. So thanks for listening. We'll catch you all on the next one.
See y'all.
See you.
Bye.